Hello, this is Natasha. This is kind of a test run to see kind of how I want this to look. I really am kind of sitting down. I drop my kids off at school, sitting down working on my face while I get ready for work. I wanted to kind of test try this concept of really talking about serious things or important things or things that's just on my mind while I am doing something that is relaxing to me, which is doing my makeup. I am definitely not a makeup guru. I am just really learning how to do things with my face. So this is just a time of relaxation that I enjoy spending alone to get my thoughts together. So I thought I would get my thoughts out there, not only for myself, but if someone happens to watch this, then that is amazing. I guess I'll start out with why this is something that is important to me. I watch a ton of videos and I think it's a great way to reach people and just wanting to put something of quality out there that is meaningful and can impact others as well as myself. So I will look at this as my little video diary. Little background on myself. Again, my name is Natasha. I am a mom. I am newly single, so going through some transitions. And I'm a counselor. This is not a form of counseling, but this is just kind of my outlet for myself to be able to share my thoughts and kind of get some feedback if possible. So I am going to work on my face while I talk. Again, I am not a makeup artist, but I am falling in love with this. So I've been learning how to do some things with this palette, which has been great, and trying to get comfortable with using colors. I used to do the same exact thing with my face every day, but just trying to do something a little bit different. I guess the first thing I really need to kind of get out there or off my mind is the transitions that I'm going through personally. Something that I haven't really spoken about, but I think it's important to be aware of because I know I'm not the only person that is going through things like this. Married for 10 years and newly separated, living separated as of May of this year. So it's been a transition. I have 2 children, and that was an adjustment period for them, of course, to kind of get used to not living in the same home. They live back and forth with myself, and technically I'm still married, so my husband, and just trying to navigate through that. It is a very interesting transition, something that was necessary, but kind of learning how to embrace it, try and be the best parent, mom that I can for my kids during this transition, and kind of trying to find myself, which is the most important thing, and the reason why I thought doing this would be important just for me, to be able to get my thoughts out of my head, try and rediscover who I am. When I got married, I was 23, and I am currently 33. I will be turning 34 next month. I really love this color. What is this? Wigglies. Something I would not have normally put on my eyes, but I like how vibrant it is. I'm trying to get more comfortable with colors. So that's something that is cool. But yes, I think in this transition, I'm realizing how much of my life I spent being a wife and a mom. And in this process, really trying to figure out who is Natasha? What does my life look like as an individual? So it's been a journey, and I'm very, like I said, transition just happened in May, so I am at the very beginning of this journey, I feel. So just trying to navigate through some things, trying to learn who I am. So hopefully this will be a good journey. I will try and document as much as I can just for my future reference to see kind of where I am going and how I'm navigating through this, because it's a transition that was necessary, but that doesn't mean that it is easy. A lot of times when you go through transitions like that or this, you start grieving kind of the loss of the idea. I don't think people get married to get divorced, but sometimes it's important to choose yourself. So just kind of grieving that idea of what you thought was supposed to be, and embracing that it's okay to choose yourself, which I am learning to be more comfortable with. A lot of times, especially in my life, I have been the person to kind of put my own feelings, needs, thoughts on the back burner and just go with the flow to avoid conflict, or go with the flow to keep up with people's perceptions or ideas of what I'm supposed to do or what I'm supposed to be. So being okay with choosing myself, being okay with dealing with potential judgment and saying that my life is more important than people's perception of me. So I am going through this journey and just trying to make the best out of it and try and find what brings me joy, what brings me happiness, separate of the titles. And I know that some people can relate to that, even if you're not in a relationship, have kids or not. A lot of times we attach our identity to titles. Trying to blend that out. Titles and what people think of us and who we're supposed to be, or other people's expectations. But trying to choose yourself and making sure that what you're doing or involved in on a daily basis brings you joy, and that sometimes it is okay to be selfish. Sometimes it is okay to put yourself first and say, sometimes you have to sacrifice. Sacrifice the things, I'm making a mess. Sacrifice the things that you thought were for you in order to get what you truly want and what you truly need. So I'm just trying to figure that out and work through this the best I can. And some days are not all that great, and some days I walk into my house and I'm like, wow, I can't believe that I actually, made a choice, made the decision to choose myself. And with that, even with uncertainties, even with thoughts that, I know that I did the right thing, but thoughts that it's going to be difficult, I'm not going to be able to do things that I used to do, it's going to be a struggle. But even with that, knowing that my peace is the most important thing. So it has been a journey, but here I am doing something that I never thought of or even crossed my mind, and it's possible. I know women do it every day. Women start over every day. Women are single moms every day. People have to do different things in order to get what they need out of life. And like I said, if you're choosing yourself, that has to be the most important thing. Even with the struggles, knowing that you made a choice to do what was best for you, sometimes that has to be enough. That has to be what gets you through those difficult days, knowing that you're not playing a role, knowing that you're not pretending, knowing that you have peace and joy and love within yourself in order to choose yourself. Sometimes that is enough to sustain you through those difficult days. So I am going through the process, and it's not always easy, but it has been worth it. Now I'm just putting random stuff on my eyes because I want to get out of my box and push myself. And sometimes you just gotta do it on your face. Plus, I think this tones down Wigglies just a bit without completely getting rid of it. So I have, what did I use? Wigglies, I use Lithuanian and Solo, I can't pronounce that, but it's this gold one right here. Other than that, I mean, that's my personal kind of journey that I'm going through right now. Like I said, I am a counselor, which I love being able to sit with other people and walk through their journeys and transitions in life. I mean, that feeds me to know that other people are going through struggles and we're able to kind of walk through it together and get them to a better place. So, and me using this platform, I guess, just videos, not only to kind of be my own personal diary, but hopefully this will normalize using mental health services, normalize counseling, normalize therapy, to understand that therapists are normal people. They go through stuff too. They walk through life. They figure things out. But communicating and talking about your feelings is definitely important. You gotta concentrate on this part. So, I think we have a face. Just a little bit of color. In the summer, I don't really like to put a lot of foundation on my face because I'm in Texas and it's hot. So I usually just put powder, which is basically the Bare Minerals face powder. And then I use the Laura Mercier setting powder, which is in deep. I am, well, actually medium deep. I am a dark girl. So this is kind of a highlight for under my eyes to kind of brighten it up a little bit. So I put some of that on there. And then I have been putting some brightening with the Fenty powder in the color Honey, just to bring some light under my eyes. But it's been good. So I am, like I said, getting ready for work. I do just like to have this time to myself to figure my thoughts out, think about plans for the day, think about my intentions for the day. And it just gives me that quiet time. I mean, you get up in the morning, you get running, you have kids to get ready for school, get them off to school. So it refocuses kind of some of your thoughts on yourself, to make sure that you're also taking care of you. So this is my time to do that, and I enjoy it. I try to spend time doing my makeup, even though those people are like, oh, I don't need to wear that much makeup. For me, it's not about the makeup. For me, it's just having this time to myself to do something that is relaxing, that I enjoy. So that is what I do. And again, I am not a makeup artist. I didn't start doing anything to my face, honestly, until Fenty Beauty came out. And I was like, oh, I guess I probably need to grow up and start wearing some makeup, and watching different videos has really helped me kind of start to learn what I'm supposed to do with makeup, and just learning my face and my skin. I I have sensitive skin, so I have to be very cautious of what I put on my face, but I just want to liven it up a little bit and try to do something. Otherwise, my face can look very flat. So, I think that's about it. It didn't take me too long. I usually just put the Bare Minerals powder around the perimeter of my face and try and neutralize that Fenty powder by kind of brushing all over. Hope you can see it. My edges, child. Don't clock the edges. But yeah, try and keep it as simple as possible because again, I do have to head to work and I try not to spend too long on it. The last thing I typically do is try and put something on my lips, which I use, and I hate this. Why do they put this wrapping on here like that? But it's just a Sephora lip liner. And I don't know too much about the overlining of lips, so I just stay away from that. I have this little Fenty lipstick. And kind of blend that together to tone that pink down. And then my little, which one is this? Fussy. I'll put that on top. Nice little combo. And then I have my whole little rack of things behind me. Really trying to melt that powder because like I said, I just use powder on my face. And that's that. I will work on my hair next, which you guys don't need to see that. Like I said, this is kind of a test run. I don't really know what I want to do with this, but I do know that I want to start talking through some things, working through some things, and doing what I enjoy while doing so. So I have an idea of what I want to call this. I need to kind of really look into it and formalize it, but I really hope that not only I, but whoever watches this gets something out of this, and we can kind of learn and grow together. Like I said, I really want to use this as a platform, not only to discuss some of my personal struggles, things that I've gone through, things that I've been able to work through and accomplish, but also bringing some more awareness to different mental health issues and normalizing the use of mental health support, mental health care. So this has been Natasha. I appreciate you guys, whoever, even if it's one person who happens to watch this, I appreciate you. I pray that you have a very blessed day, that you were able to get clarity on things that you need, and that you will be relieved of stress. It's Friday. So I don't know when I'm actually going to post this, but I am doing this on a Friday. So it's the end of the week. So I pray that whoever this touches, that you guys are able to have a blessed day. I appreciate you, and I will see you next time.